Hey everybody, my name is Devin and welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video that I'm making, and I figured that I would make this video among all of the panic of this stupid coronavirus. So, I don't know what everybody's opinions are on this pandemic that we have going on in this world, but I really don't know what to think. I feel like half of the world is staying at home and they're doing nothing and they're isolating themselves, while the other half of the world is still going out and seeing friends and going to work because their jobs aren't closed. Personally, I have my dad working, I have my brother working. My brother is a volunteer fireman and he works at a group home, so he has to go to work. And I'm a nanny for 2 kids, but they told me that I could have off until further notice because I'm putting the kids at risk, and the mom and dad are both home at this point, but I just don't know what to think. So everybody drop your comments down below and tell me what you think. Should I be worried? Should I not be worried? Because as of right now, I am worried, but I just don't know how worried I should be. There's a lot of research going on that this is a huge thing and everybody should be inside, and there's also a lot of research saying, like, if you're young, do whatever you want. So super confusing. I used to be a flight attendant, and all of my flight attendant friends are still working, and they're still on planes being exposed to this virus. And then there's other people who are being laid off, not getting paid. So it's such a confusing time. But real talk, what is gonna happen with everybody's nails and their hair? Look at my nails right now. They're starting to grow out already. I'm literally missing, look, on my middle finger, I'm missing the powder that I always get because all of the nail places are closed. So I just don't know what's gonna happen with all the girls that dye their hair. Luckily I'm not one of them, but all the girls that dye their hair and they're constantly going to other places to get their hair and nails done, they're gonna look real whack soon. We're gonna see everybody's true colors. And look at this candle I have going. It's called, this candle's called Breathe, because I feel like that's really the only thing we could be doing right now, is taking a deep breath in and out. For everybody who struggles with anxiety and depression these times are pretty hard, and the things people are going through, everybody just needs to have a positive outlook. It will get better. I don't care what everybody's telling you. It will get better eventually. I just don't know how long it's going to be, and that's the part that gives me and the rest of the world anxiety, is not knowing how long this pandemic's going to go on for. The one thing that I personally would suggest is don't fly anywhere right now. If you are going to go out with friends, like, just stay within 6 feet of them. The only thing I could suggest doing is like getting takeout and staying in people's cars 6 feet away. And if you really want to not spread it, I guess just don't go anywhere for a while. It's hard. I know all the colleges by me in New York are now online. A lot of my friends who are seniors are not getting the opportunity to go to any of their senior events. Their graduation has been canceled, which is crazy. The dorm rooms, they were told they were given 3 days, literally just 3 days to get out of their dorm. Remind you that this is a school. I'm not going to name the school, but this is a school with a ton of international students who are just told to leave so that they could use this campus dorm as hospital beds, which is crazy because once this is over, they're going to disinfect like all those rooms where other people are going to be sleeping, where this virus was breeding, or I don't know. I can't speak. It's because my tongue's too long. Ready? I could touch my tongue to my nose. That's one of my fun traits. But yeah, no. On a serious note, I don't know what they're gonna do, because are they actually gonna clean and disinfect like all of these dorm rooms? Are they not? What's gonna go on? And then a lot of people are using Zoom for their school, which is pretty much like I really don't know how it works, but I know it's like a virtual classroom, and most people had never heard of it until, I don't know, a week ago, and now they're being required to use it. And the other part is that professors had never heard of it, so they're being told, hey, not only learn how to use this program, but learn how to teach on this program, and you have, what, 2 days to learn how to do it, which is crazy to me. And all these students are meeting online at the same time, and some people don't even have internet access, and I just can't see how this is gonna work out all the way to the end of the semester. And people are saying, oh, they could just go to the library, they could just borrow a laptop, but all the libraries are closed, and it's not just like that easy for someone to say, hey, here's my laptop, because most people need their laptop right now. Most people are either working from home, or they just are bored because they're sitting at home, so they want to use their laptop for research. I know personally, I just use my laptop to apply to 2 different schools for grad school, and I've been doing some research on my laptop because I'm so bored at home. It's so boring to just be at home. I always thought that it would be like, woohoo, I'm home, this is great, I could do whatever I want, I could clean everything now. But let me tell y'all, sitting at home all day long is so boring. I'm so outgoing and so personable, and I realize that I actually genuinely like human connection and human interaction, and this whole thing is really bad for people who are social and enjoy it. And yeah, I just don't know what's gonna happen, and there's a lot of people who are uncertain, and every state right now is different. All those countries, Italy, and the lockdown that they're on, I don't want us to get like that, but I feel like if we don't lock down our state, sooner or later we are going to be like Italy, and it's going to be horrible. And it's so great to see how everybody in Italy has come together, and they're singing on the balconies. And oh, this is my cat Parker, he wants to join the video. Don't eat the candle, don't go near it. And how they're sitting on their balconies and they're singing, and everybody who's coming together at a time like this is bringing so much peace, and it's so great to see that type of interaction. And the only good thing about being quarantined is this boy right here. I could quarantine Parker anytime. I love him. But yeah, so I just want to know everybody in the whole world's opinions on what's going on. Like, are you guys quarantining? Are you staying home? Are you not staying home? Like, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to think anymore. There are so many homeless kids right now who are kicked out of school, and they're not able to get lunch, and they're trying to figure out like what to do. And I know that some schools are being used as homeless shelters for kids, but that's a lot of kids in one place. So if one person gets this virus, then they're all screwed. So I just don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. It's not funny. I'm laughing because I don't even know what other emotion to have at this point. And it's crazy. I feel like there's not a lot of YouTubers uploading videos about their like real opinion and what's going on, and I want to be one of those people that brings the light on the situation, because it is going to get better. It will. I just don't know when. And that really is the underlying problem here. And it's so confusing because so many people still have to go to work. So thank you to all the police officers, the firefighters, the nurses, the group home workers, the tow truck drivers, anyone who's an essential worker. I know I'm definitely leaving out some grocery store workers. Anybody who's an essential worker at this time is so important and so loved, and those type of jobs are amazing. In one night, it went from famous people being the most important people to everybody caring for those type of employees. And that's what we need in this world, because cashiers and group home workers, I still technically work at a group home right now as per diem, and my brother, like I said, is a group home worker, and he's a full-time group home worker, and he has to go in. And with this virus going on, being around 12 to, I think they have 12 people at the house he works at, 12 people who are over the age of 60. Not only is he putting himself at risk, but he's putting all those residents there at risk too, because they're around so many people. And it's crazy to think that like everything's closing, but there's still people who have to go to work, and there's still people who are going on planes and taking vacations and they're not taking this seriously. And then there are people who don't believe in it at all. And trust me, I'm one of those people that definitely believes that this is a real thing. I just don't know how far to take it. I'm definitely not going to get on a plane as much as I want to. I love flying. I love going on vacation. Like I had to get blood work done this morning and I was so scared because they're doing testing of coronavirus patients at the building like next to where I went to get my blood work, and it was so scary. Yet this is blood work that I had to go, and I've been postponing it for so long just because they're not open after my normal work hours. And now I had time to get this blood work done, whatever, and I did. But it was scary to know that there were patients in the building over and I was so close to them, and I just feel like that's enough exposure. And then the worker, the lady who did my blood, I guess a registered nurse does your blood or whatever, an RN, she was like, yeah, this is scary. Like, she's coming in direct contact with people's blood, and that's just a scary job to have right now. And I thank her for, doing her job and everything like that. And all those people, again, thank you for all of your service, especially firemen and cops who are responding, and nurses who are in the hospital directly with patients who have it. And there's really no cure right now, and only thing they tell you is take Tylenol, which isn't really, I don't know, it's not really a cure. I don't know how effective that is. It's scary that doctors don't know, because I feel like if this virus became a thing, there could always be another one, which is really scary. Excuse my TV on in the background. I was watching Gossip Girl. No, I am not sponsored by them. I just really like that show. But yeah, I don't know. So I would just pretty much I just came on here to ask everybody's opinions, how they're handling things at this time. If anybody needs anything who lives, actually just any state, if anybody needs anything, feel free to reach out. I'm sure as a community, people will come together and try to figure out what you need. Like if you're older and you're suffering, or you just need anything, or you just want a friend, I mean, reach out to me. We could FaceTime. I don't really know what more I could offer to you at a time like this, because, well, I never thought there'd be a time like this, and that's why I came on here, because there's so many people with anxiety right now about the situation, and there's so many people freaking out, and there's so many people with mental illness who just are at a loss, who have always thought something like this would happen. And imagine your biggest fear just coming true. You wake up one day and everything's fine, and the next day it's not. There's so many people out there who aren't seeing their boyfriends, who aren't seeing their girlfriends, their significant others, whatever. They're just separated right now because of this pandemic. And until this pandemic happened, I didn't even know what a pandemic was. I'm gonna read you the definition of a pandemic, because I feel like a lot of people don't actually know what a pandemic is. Let's see. I have to type it. I really could have just used Siri, but it's okay. So this is the definition directly from Google. It says a pandemic is a disease epidemic that has spread across a large region, for instance, multiple continents or worldwide. A widespread endemic disease with a stable number of infected people is not a pandemic. Further, flu pandemics generally exclude reoccurrences of seasonal flu. Okay, again, see, that's confusing. So it's still really confusing, but pretty much it's something that comes from like another region or country in this case. And all those people who are saying, well, it's China's fault, it's not. You can't really place blame on something that happened, because nobody meant for this to happen. I know a lot of people have conspiracy theories that the government did this, or that China purposely did this to shut down whatever, but I don't think that that's true. You guys might have a completely different opinion as me, and that's okay, because I'm just rambling on about my opinion. I don't think that China did this on purpose. I don't blame China, and I am not racist towards anybody who is of that ethnicity. It is not their fault. And if anybody is being racist towards you or someone you know, please stop, because it's not one single person's fault. And if this came from America, you guys wouldn't be saying things like that. So anybody who's being racist, please stop. It's not right. It's really, there's no one to blame in a situation like this. Instead of blaming other people or being racist for this, we all need to come together as a community and just really work towards how are we going to stop this? What is going to happen? And look at your elderly people in your neighborhood. Do they need anything? Do they need food? Please, if you have a neighbor who is older, don't let them go to the store. They are so much more at risk than you are. If you're around my age, in your 20s, please just go for them. I'd rather see myself be put at risk than see someone, like I have a grandma who's gonna be 92. I'd rather put myself at risk than see her put herself at risk because she needs food or anything like that. Like, please help your neighbor.